Hello, beloved ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions. And if you wonder about that weird title, stick around to the end. I'm going to give you a special message about this historic shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness happening right now on our planet. But first, we're going to start with a reaction to Angelina Jordan, who I love. She always does a good job. Love, Don't Let Me Go. Here we go. Well, those are jazzy shoes. I couldn't wear them these days. Could you, ladies? You know, every time I see her hair like this, she just so reminds me of Priscilla Presley. I just keep thinking of that. It's like that kind of hairstyle that Priscilla would have worn back in the day. This is some kind of a little story. I guess that's her mother, perhaps, or grandmother. I don't know. Let's keep going.
Mistakes and regrets ain't all that I have left, 'cause your touch and your sense still on my skin. Maybe I'm a fool to erase the trace of you, 'cause no, you know me, at least that's how I feel. I'm trying to pull you closer to me, but it's just like trying to catch smoke. Love, I really wish you had a face. Maybe I could beg for you to stay. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. If only I could look you in the eye, there wouldn't be no place for you to hide. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go.
She has such a great, way about a melodic way of she sings, and she does it so smoothly. Hold on, let's hear that again.
Maybe I could beg for you to stay. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. If only I could look you in the eye, there wouldn't be no place for you to hide. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. Had a heart, I could make it beat for me. If you had a soul, I know where my home would be. It's not about feeling lonely, but man, I just can't forget. And though you're not here beside me, I still see your silhouette. I'm trying to pull you closer to me, but it's just like trying to catch smoke. Love, I really wish you had a face. Maybe I could beg for you to stay. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. If only I could look you in the.
Does anyone know anything about this song? Like, did she write this song? This is such a different song. I've never heard of it. And by the way, like this video and like hers later on too, by the way, because she's doing a great job. She's always doing a great job. And, just kind of melodically rambling here and there. It's, it's so pretty. But I'm curious about what was her concept with this person in the car. I'm not understanding that completely. Comment on that if you understand what was her point in having the older woman in the car and driving along and so forth like that. If you have any ideas on that, let me know in the comments. Let's go back a little, though. She's doing such a beautiful job. Here we go.
Love, I really wish you had a face. Maybe I could beg for you to stay. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. If only I could look you in the eye, there wouldn't be no place for you to hide. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go.
Huh. Interesting. Well, it always does a good job. Nice song. Nice song. I'm wondering about that. What was the point of that car business? Okay, here we go. So, very, always a nice song with Angelina Jordan. She always does such a nice, and it's so, I don't even know what, you singers or you musical people, what is that kind of, flowing feeling in that song? Is there a name for that? Like, what, I don't know. Is it, a style, a certain style? Let me know. Comment if you know about that. But boy, so what do we say about this though in terms of, I have my scale of 1 being a very third dimensional, fear, pain, sorrow, sadness, etc. And 10 being a very fifth dimensional, love, joy, peace, bliss, etc. This is a tough one. Because it's kind of sorrowful or pensive. It's not real happy, not real joyful. But then again, her driving in the car with her mother, that brings a little, I guess it's her mother or grandmother, I don't know, brings a little bit of lightness, The one is in the song is very attached to that person that she loves and making up all kinds of things about, she, I don't know, she wishes love was a face. I don't, just like all kinds of things she's making it mean, kind of like whatever's going on in this relationship, that it's that he's slipping through her fingers, like I think she said like smoke. That's what it's like to try to love him, which who knows what that means, right? If you know what that means, comment, But it's like a bunch of stuff that she's kind of making up in her head about this. What's really true is she's just got an experience with a person, which is happening in her life. And whether she stays with it or he stays with it, who knows, right? But it's certainly an attachment that she wants this experience to go some certain way, right? And exactly what that is probably only in this one's head, the one who wrote the song or whatever. But, so, where could I put this? 1 to 10. Doesn't super pull us into negativity, but it certainly doesn't pull us super toward the light either. I'm going with a 5 here. It's not on how great she did it. She did a phenomenal job, but it's like, where does it pull us in terms of backwards to 3D or forwards to 5D? I think it's like a 5. Okay. So, so very good though. It's a kind of a feel good song though in terms of the melody of it though. So maybe we'll go 5.5 because the melody of it kind of feels really nice on the body. It's soft and soothing and all that. Let's go 5.5. So, so now, first of all, if you want to know a little bit more about me, you can look at the About Me video on this on this YouTube channel. And then that'll lead you to a longer video, which tells you a bit about my sort of forged in the fire journey in the third dimensional physical reality. And that was interesting. And then you could go to, if you want to know about the things I've created that you might want to be involved in, you can go to the this channel's description and drop down to About Lorelei on Patreon and go there. So that's about me. So today's message, by the way, I'd love to have you put in the comments, what do you want me to talk about as it pertains to this shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness? And then give me a few weeks because it takes me a while to read all the comments and then to figure out where to put a particular thing in the lineup and everything else. So, but look for it in the notes if you ask a question. Okay, and so today's message is, why is it said that love is all there is? Why is it said that love is all there is? We're talking about the shift from the third dimensional reality, fear, pain, sadness, all that, to the fifth dimensional reality, love, peace, bliss, joy, and all that, right? And so, but now we're talking about, why is love all there is? So it would occur like there's a whole lot of stuff besides love, right? It would occur like there's these headphones, there's this body, there's my scarf back there, I got some pictures, there's a microphone. It would occur like there's a whole lot more than love, right? So what does that mean, that love is all there is? And people have said it, right? And we've thought, oh yeah, love is all there is. But really, have we really believed it? Nah, probably not. We're probably like, no, there's my fan blowing. There's people getting in arguments. There's people killing each other. People stealing from each other. That doesn't sound like love. So how could love be all there is? So let's kind of tweak it back. Let's go back to the beginning, where you've got nothing. It's a void. It's a void of nothingness. There's just nothing. Except there is, as we understand it, even the scientists have proven, there is some sort of a consciousness. There's no thing, there's no sound, there's no material, there's no light, there's no nothing except a consciousness. In that consciousness, desires out of the love that consciousness is. That consciousness is the love that desires to have others up around that one, okay? Others with that one, to be in some sort of community. So it begins to sort of break off parts of self, and there's plenty of that consciousness, right? And first of all, begins to create, first of all, wants to have something out there besides the void. Let's just, before breaking off parts of self, wants something out there beside the void. So that's the let there be light. And now wants other kinds of things in that space, other beings and so forth. And now breaks off other beings from self. And you have got light, and you've got what you might consider other God source beings, which might be considered like archangels. And then they're all enjoying just creating like light. At that point, really, like, there's just the joy to create. There's just a feeling of joy to create, that very loving feeling of joy. That's, by the way, why when we're creating stuff, we're always usually in that beautiful feel-good space when we're creating, when we're doing our art, for instance, our singing, or our drawings, or making, I don't know, beautiful crafts, whatever. You're in that feeling, that feel-good space. So there's all that feel-good space, right? This hasn't been given a name yet. It's not called love per se, but it's that feel-good space of joy and bliss. And like everyone just in community with each other, just like reveling in that, and creating planets, and creating solar systems and suns and galaxies, and breaking off parts of self to create other beings. I mean, this really, you can't describe this entirety of this, right, as anything but love, right? Really, that's a word we can give to the entirety of that, being in the creation process, right, of love. And now you begin to break off more and more and create more and more and more, and then people become interested to do something a little different. And that's where they come into the physical reality as an ability to do something a little different, to learn things, to learn. And they do this as a kind of a great game, where they can go into physical reality and not know who they are, and not know that they're a divine spark, and not really understand their power, and go into that physical reality and see what you can learn through the lives that are lived here, right? So, but you got to really understand that here we are in this life with the scarf and the headset and the light and all, but that's just a little tiny piece of that big, enormous love thing, right? That created us all, and that had so much love for us that we could come down here to the physical reality and really do what we want. You have free reign because it comes from love. From love, if I truly love you as the creator and all the creator beings, right, then I am going to give you full and total freedom to live life as you see fit. And you might do some nasty things. You might do some totally, seemingly unloving things, really nasty stuff. Right? But how could I do otherwise? Because otherwise, you're actually not separate from me as creator. You're actually just the same as me. You're like a pawn. You're like a chess piece. I'm moving around the board unless I, coming from love, give you the ability to live as you see fit. So that must be loving. That's the only way to truly love another being. It's like when we love our children, right? And we give them the freedom to do their life as they see fit. First, when they're small, it's letting them walk those toddly steps without, grabbing hold of their hand and every second, and then, letting them be in the pool, and we're teaching them to swim, and maybe we let them go and see whether they can float for a few seconds rather, wherever they're sitting there, but then they do it, right? Or then, all the different things we do to step back from our children so that they can live their own life, and finally letting them out into the world on their own, right? That's a loving thing. That's the most loving thing. Because can you imagine, right, having your parents like just hovering over you every second, your every move? I had some semblance of that actually as a child, and it was not very fun having someone directing and controlling even the very words out of my mouth and everything else. God bless her heart, wonderful person, but that was her thing, So that the very giving that freedom to live is like the most loving thing you can do. And then what happens? I leave at some point in the normal course of things. I'm not talking about going into fifth dimension. Now, at some point in the normal course of this physical reality, I would pass away. And then I don't have that scarf, and that, all of them go wherever they go. Somebody takes them, they go in the trash, they get sold at a secondhand store. Whatever happens to these things, I don't have that. I don't even have this physical body at that point. But what do I have? I have this something that is the essence of me, not just little Lorelei, but even the essence of the one that I broke off from, what we call my higher self, right? That I have this something. It's called, by the way, there's a name for it. It's called a light body. And this something leaves my body. And when this something leaves my body, this light body, okay, it doesn't really look like it's a thing, right? It's just light. It's like a variety of different kinds of light that express who I am, right? So that lives on, and that is the essence, right? That lives on, okay? All the other stuff that we think is very real, this microphone, everything else, it's out. It's gone for all purposes from our existence anyway, because our existence, even this body, it's just gone, right? But we still have that. And what is that thing? What is that light thing, that what we call that light body? It's the divine light. It's the divine light of Creator, right? It's literally our own spark of the divine light of Creator. Like, wow, like in that, as we already determined in the beginning, when it said, let there be light. And like, what can you give a name to all of that? That is love, right? All that light, all those beings, all that consciousness of goodness and of joy and of peace and all of that, and again, of harmony and all that is love, right? So now here it is, leaving our body, right? Love as light leaves our body and goes off and does whatever it does. Sometimes it'll go together with higher self and become a part of it again, maybe break off at another time as something else. Sometimes it's already gone through its process of evolution. It'll go off as its own thing, right? And go do other things as the higher self, maybe of somebody else or whatever, and do other lives and all of that. It'll go do all those different things. But the thing that survives is that divine spark, that divine light, that divine love. That's the thing that survives it all, and will be going for millions and millions and millions and millions and billions and trillions of years, and will literally never die. That's pretty amazing, huh? So now, as we move up, in this particular time period right now, we are moving up in our consciousness. And we're shifting and changing our body for what reason? So that we can be in a physical form on this physical earth, but as physical light. Like as a vessel that literally houses and brings forth the light and the love in the higher dimensions. And love is all there is, because our body is going to be is so full of the light and so full of the love, like it beams. Like this is why, in some pictures with angels, you'll see like, the light all around them, and sometimes a halo around the head, because it's all this light. And how could there be anything but love and harmony and joy and bliss around all these beings who are the light, who are the physical expression of the light? See, it's different from where we are now. We are physical beings. We have the light within us. But when we shift, it will be we are physical beings who are the light. How amazing is that? And I mean, it's a physical body that you can touch, but it flows of light all through it everywhere. Just and it just shines, right? So truly, the only thing that lasts, the only thing that goes on is that light, and that light is love. Okay, beloved ones, I'm sending you that beautiful fifth dimensional energy, the love, the peace, the bliss, the joy, the light, the light, the light, the love, the love, the love. Here it comes. Namaste. I always have trouble with this thing. Namaste. I honor the God in you.